everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Airhead. I forgot to put on my suit, but either way, yeah, welcome back to Ace Attorney 2! It has been a month since the last time I played this. Slightly forgot where we are specifically, but I'm pretty sure I know. Alright, so, basically, as you may remember from last time, Maya got captured by an assassin who's telling us to represent his client, question mark. Anyway, we're representing that guy. We're trying to find clues for the things we can save Maya. That's kind of where we're at. Also, Lotta probably has some kind of weird shit to say. Okay. Cyclock. I know we had to do this. I do not remember how we were going to do it. Hey, Spamtania, welcome to the stream. How you doing? All right, let me think. What do I want to try here? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do. Let's see. All right, take a look at evidence. Right. All right. So press conference ticket. We got a photo of the Nickel Samurai. We got a radio transceiver who was from the killer. This is Lotta's camera. Stolen around the time of the murder. Okay, water hotel around the crime scene. Photo of the murder scene, which is. Okay, you was stabbed with a knife as you were. Hey, Galaxy! Remember when the local VTuber Android, his friend and a viewer saw another viewer making a lobotomy Kaisen jokes? Yeah, it feels like it was just yesterday when that happened. A wine glass filled with tomato juice that hasn't been drunk. Alright. Right, because, yeah, okay, it's the killer's thing. Alright. Some water, but only the top of the lid. And there's a tabloid from the thing that shows the Jammin Juan Corrida has been in a relationship with his manager. Of me makes my brain hurt. Yeah? Yeah, I get the feeling. Okay, so I think we had enough for the Cyclock. Let's try to do that now. Just trying to remember what happened. The big scoop. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? I think... Nope. Well... Okay. Are we good now? Are we in fact... Nope. God damn it. What is even wrong with this? Nothing's wrong with my computer, everything else is fine. God damn it. Supposedly everything is mostly fine on my end. I don't know what keeps happening. D-rip indeed. Not drip, more like D-rip, because this stream is getting fucking murdered! Yes, it's the lawyer's fault. They're trying to stop me from playing Ace Attorney. It hasn't been this bad in months! What happened? God damn it. Alright. Somehow... Hey everybody! Welcome to the stream if you came back. I am Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. This is still... well, you probably saw the thing earlier. Anyway. I am questioning Lotta on her... stuff. Let's see if this actually works this time. Anywho. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person? His manager, who is actually kind of hot in a librarian kind of way? Or just even a standard kind of way, honestly. Well, I don't know why I said that. Anyway. Her. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Mad on Guard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Oh, fucking annihilated! You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. You can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that, what's it, news source? You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that one guy had something to do with something with Miss Andrews. Do I have something like that? Alright, let me see. Something that shows that he had something to do with Miss Andrews. It could be this, but I don't know. I don't know. This feels a little too stretch-y. Let's see. Photo of the murder scene. Nah, that ain't it. Alright. Nope. Shit. This is not as good of an idea as I thought it was. Fuck it. All or nothing. What is that thing that Persona characters keep saying? Like, let's make it or break it. Or, no, it's get ready to go for broke or something? I don't know. Let's go for broke. Let's go for broke. Oh shit, that actually worked. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager of to the stars, Miss AA. Ah! Yes, that is the sound AA makes. Yeah, Arrowhead's back. Indeed I am, Galaxy. Welcome to the stream. And I'm not lagging this time, right? Right! I'm not lagging. I have no idea what was wrong there. Anyway, it just kind of fixed itself. Mr. Corda didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. On Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she is the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Corda's door last night. Wah! Wah! Don't jinx yourself. You know, I shouldn't, but I will. Wah! Alright. How long till a character does the Wario voice? That's the question. Or, well, not the Wario voice or Waluigi voice, but rather just my impression of them that sounds really nothing like them when you get down to it. Anyway, big scoop. You were looking into Miss Corda and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? Yeah, you got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What did you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest in some gossip and then a little misleading. Let's spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But, the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They didn't run off together. I came here for my big story. I didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a guy go bonkers, I tell you. What's up with the people now, anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Lotta's camera updated in the court record. Huh. So... and I just bought that camera. Who did it? The thieving rascal! Oh, please don't look straight at me when you're saying that. When I find the bugger who wouldn't done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. I mean, it's not the worst case to defend yourself with, you know? It's like... Huh. Not gonna lie. This is probably my only lead, and I also don't know where I'm gonna go after this. Any chance she has anything to say about this? I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It was a waste of time to show me things that are of no relevance to me. Wow. This is the first time I've been shut down this badly. Yeah, I am not on my game today. Alright, hallway. Okay, let's try Corrida's hotel room. Never mind. Viola Hall. Has he seen this camera? Sorry. Thanks for taking the time to take it out and show it to me, but I'm really sorry. I don't know a thing about it. Man, Will Powers is still like my favorite dude here. Haha, he's attorneying people in the balls. Sure, yeah, why not? Any chance you know anything about the camera? What have anything to say to delinquents like you? She's clamming up like the old clam she is. Please, anything would be helpful. Well then, how about I tell you... Oh my god, we've been through this before, haven't we? I don't know what me from a month ago was doing, but clearly working was not one of them. Nothing here. Does he have anything to say about this? What do you think about this article? If you're talking about a thing with Juan, I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it. Hey, Aki and Still, welcome to the stream. That's it. Huh. What about the camera? Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy anything and everything. And that's nice because it's not up for sale anyway. Let's see, where have I not been yet? Okay. Running out of places to go here. There's no one here. No one here that's helpful. No, not present, talk. Is there anything else? Oh, wait, hold up. Do we have anything for her Cyclock? Where have you been, Wacky Yaki? Oh, fuck, I forgot about this. What you witnessed. Okay. Alright, I'll be honest with you now, for now. Then, please, tell us what you saw. But, oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you youngin's expense. I am a little devil, after all. Doesn't that imply that you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Do I have what she wants? Hey Ren, welcome to the stream. Huh. I gotta be honest, I have absolutely no idea what she wants. I need to go back and probably... Alright, let me... You know what? I'm just gonna go find all the people I have and see if they have any psych locks that I can do. I don't think Will has one. I don't think, Adrian has one. Move to On Guard's hotel room. Alright. Motive for the murder. Okay. Let's try her now. Wow, that's also not good. Okay. Where have you been, racist Ren? That's an even worse nickname. Why was Juan Corda murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? It's a yes or no question. What do you mean you have no answers? In truth, I was not that close to Mr. Corda. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not being good at being intimate with another person? Well, somehow, I highly doubt that. Like with this. Aha! This is the most useful piece of evidence in all of Ace Attorney. I've used this like 5 times right now. You and Mr. Corda had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you had even half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in the world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corda? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corda for this person's sake? Shot in the dark. Why not? Nope. Fucked up. Do you really still not understand? What? It's not in my nature to enjoy doing things for others. But you're a manager. It's called a job. I'm in charge of Mr. Unguard, the star, not Mr. Unguard, the man. Oh. Not even broadsheet. And you are not my client. Is this my subtle hint to go home? But I know you must have had a need to get close to the victim. Yeah, okay, okay. Already lost 3 little bars. I need to not lose any more. Shit, this is a bad idea. I did not have a plan for this. Alright. I'm back out until I have more stuff. Tabloids of images. Exactly. But I don't know. Alright, let's see. I've already got everything from her. I think. Go back to the hall. Go back to the lobby. What did she want again? Let me just fast forward through all that. Okay, so she liked Juan. That's the thing, yeah. Okay, yeah. You read the stars or whatever. How could you be so racist to Broadsheet's galaxy? What the hell is a broadsheet? Okay, what happened? Yeah, getting ready. I'm just only clicking through this because I've done this before. But what? What I saw Most important moment of the night. I still don't really know what she wants. Yeah. We got the locks. We got that. There's no one just speaking lobotomy, Kaisen. I guess. Ah, but you haven't given me my present yet. Juan's autograph. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to his room, in that case. Viola Hall, and then we go to the hallway, and then we go to Corrida's hotel room. What? There's no way it's that simple, is it? Oh my god. Broad cheese is a tabloid. Gotcha. Broad cheese usually have more text. Tabloids usually have more images. Okay, I gotcha. That is a nice joke, though. That's topical. Also, holy shit. This was just sitting here.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all.
Honestly, autographs are a little hard to read in general. It's more just about who did it, you know?
To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this.
Oh, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters over here?
This sloppy, unreadable writing? It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Oh, hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Once again, I spent many minutes looking for something that is literally 2 feet to my left. Oh, man. I guess we know how I'd be as a detective in real life. So... Couldn't I just give this to her? Motherfucker, you literally asked for this. Oh my god. Okay. This thing. And then, Media Studies BS that I remember for some reason. Yeah, little bits of school tend to stick in my brain too. For no particular reason. Like the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell, which I realize is a meme, but like, I don't know why that stuck with me. Not like cell structure actually really helps in most daily life. There we go.
That's Juan's autograph.
Yes, it is.
And it even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name's Wendy Oldback, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. This paper was kind of boring, but when you do games and films, it's about... Okay, that's true, yeah. That part of it is pretty great. Goated, as you say.
Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Oh, it's one of those, huh? Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan.
Huh. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. To Wendy Dearest. I gotta be honest, that is a fun little boss fake out thing though, so yeah.
I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night.
I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding.
Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered.
It wasn't just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And? Did you tell it to police? Did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more.
Wait, what? Hold on. Do the police pay people in, like, Apple gift cards or something like that? Because if so...
Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Engard hasn't done anything bad.
We don't know that for sure.
I don't care about the details like that. I know he did my dear poor Wad in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like.
It would probably have a yellow belly.
I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and when I say he did it.
What did Mr. Engard ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Engard do to you to make you so...
Oh, you don't know? That guy. He framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
Mr. Nick! What is it?
What's a scandal?
You're asking that now? You've heard that word for like 20 minutes. Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course! Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl into one on purpose.
His own manager, but why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And do you have proof that Mr. Engard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Hey, Spamphania, welcome back. Everything appears to be working now. Of course, a tabloid.
Next week, doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Why do I get the feeling that Lotta somehow is responsible for this? Lotta. Unless she's the one who stole the camera.
This old granny? She kept on glaring at me with those eyes of hers, as if it's my fault. I kept babbling about how she won't forgive people who write trash about her wine. Yeah, we sort of got into a little fight, you know?
A little fight? Knowing those two, it was probably more of a blabbering contest. Okay, let's go back to the hall and then the lobby. What do we do now? I don't think we have any updated clues here. Huh. Okay. Okay, here's something. March 21st, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back!
Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight.
But... We can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So, what do you mean the evidence is airtight?
I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Your Honor, atoms are so small they cannot touch each other. I am thus unguilty of battery against... Oh my god. True.
And both of them were in this photo. So... The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest.
That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard.
Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants.
And the second one is?
The knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints? Whose are they?
You don't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Man on Guards.
Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay, the testimony then. Welcome to the stream off areas, forgot to say that. How you doing? So what about this airtight testimony?
He said old security lady, Miss Oldbag.
I thought so.
What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal?
Well...
I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone.
Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down. Trust me.
Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way! Oh wait, what about this?
If I'm caught leaking info to you here in the precinct, my neck's gonna be in a ringer, pal.
Oh my god, I'm not doing that joke, but anyway. Yeah, that's pretty funny though.
I mean my neck as a joke. But yeah, me asking me about things that have nothing to do with the case. Okay, we're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves.
The scandal with Mr. Corda? But why?
Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide.
There are plenty. Be more specific. Suicide?
Her name was Celeste Impax. She was Juan Corda's manager.
The victim's manager?
Well, that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one.
Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Corda's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case?
You wanna know more about her, pal?
Yes. Celeste Impax. Sounds very impactful. Like a very impactful incident. Never mind, fucked up the joke. Anyway.
She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death.
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence, but... I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Von Karma!
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't mean,
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye.
That's... Wait, oh, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop...
Quiet.
If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you wanted to say? Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Here he is! Edgeworth? It's been a long time, right? This person... This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame on it? You swords of uncommon name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the inbred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never! Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow. In court. It will be a clinical lesson of the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Edgeworth? I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died! Mr. Nick! I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You gonna run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. A gun. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It would have been better for everyone if you had never come back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time! The instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kinds of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I've yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Okay, also Edgeworth is only 25. It's kind of funny to think about. I thought he was older. Then again, I guess he was classmates with Nick, so that makes sense, but... I don't know, it gives off the guy, the image to me of like a guy in his mid-30s who's just decided he wants to live fancily. I guess 25 makes sense, though. Huh. Anywho, on guard's room. I got you now! Fuck. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel and guard's hotel room.
Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here.
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
And she has that psych lock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Fuck! Alright. Any chance anyone's in Corrida's hotel room? Nope. Okay, now I guess I can go talk to Matt, because honestly, who else would be available? Ah, yeah. Alright. Oh, here we are. Well, we didn't even ask him this? Bro, what have I been doing here? Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time. My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show? I told you, dude. I had no idea about getting any press conference, you alright? It's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Corrido was already dead at that time. Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Huh. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. What sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try and make a Jammin' Ninja movie, even though we all know it'd fail. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you think it'd be the other way around, you know? If it doesn't know about the press conference, what about this? Dude, like I told you, I don't know anything about that press conference. I left that kind of stuff to my manager. It's harder than pulling bass from a river. What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much... Mr. Lawyer? I may be your client, but... I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life. No, I would never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention! Who in the world are you gonna eat lunch with? The security guard? Mr. Nick, this Celeste Impacts lady... Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all of this. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Oh, yes. But there was still one riddle we've yet to solve. I feel like that might be a typo. Hey, seeing the tension with a clearly under 5-year-old. No, we are not in detention. We were visiting a client, and she's my spirit medium for the moment because my other one is kidnapped by an assassin. Welcome to the stream, John. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Interesting. Oh, alright. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there was no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect someone had hidden it. The suicide note... But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a suicide note? Had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger. Also, what is that Teletubby in the background? Oh yeah, that's the police station's mascot that they made last time. It's the Blue Badger. It's their mascot. It's horrifying. It's like Sonic, but not. It's amazing. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim... even has a thing in his mouth at the time of the murder! He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Suicide report Part 2. Revenge. Part 1? Part 1. Suicide report added to the court record. Let's see. Maybe she's back? It's my only guess at this point. She is the main lead I've got. Fuck! Hallway it is. And then also, I had to keep talking to Edgeworth. Actually, wait, maybe she'll know something about, what's her fuck. Oh my god. Such a big fan, but you don't know shit! Alright. Detention center? Also no. Alright, criminal affairs department. Maybe Edgeworth needs more stuff to say. Alright. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright. Still as stuck up as ever. Let's see, who else could I talk to about this? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two. 2 parts. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name... It's Adrian Andrews. Motherfucker, why wouldn't you just give me both parts at once? Why should I have to ask you for the second one if you already have it? Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
Secret?
Her dependent nature. And that's what she's really like on the inside. Have you played through every Ace Attorney game you've streamed before? I have played through the first one and the second one all the way through. I played through the first trial of the third one. Have not gotten any further than that, because by the time I played it in the past, it was like, you know, franchise fatigue was starting to set in and stuff, so it wasn't like completely fresh for me. Once I go through it again, after done with this one, that will be completely new. That'll be a whole ass thing. I don't know most of what happens in the game, but there is a guy who has like a weird mask as the prosecutor, and he looks pretty cool. I think his name is Godot or something. He always has coffee or some shit. And then he's gonna throw coffee at me. Regardless, back to Ace Attorney 2. But yeah, I played through the first one and the second one all the way through, so once I'm done with this, we're basically in new territory. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Interesting. So, are you gonna give me the second part? Oh, here we are. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she? Her pillar of strength, her manager, her mentor Celeste Impax was gone forever. That's why. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. You mean facade? Shut up. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Oh, there we go, second one, alright. Now we can probably go talk to her. But before that, just trying to check. Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliche saying, but it's cliche because it's true. Yeah, like, someone might look like your favorite VTuber android, Arrowhead, but they might actually be your favorite VTuber android, Arrowhead. I always start jokes thinking that I'm going to come out with a punchline, but man, it does not always turn out that way. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. To think that behind the unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. Maybe she's back? Perhaps? March 21st, Gatewater Hotel on guard's hotel room.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? What?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
What is that? A Dragon Ball locator?
Electromagnetic receiver.
Same thing.
I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. Is that legal? Or is that like another one of her crimes? Added to assault and battery and also coercion? Maybe with the whip? But I mean, really though. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think harder at what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Oh. Yeah! Now we got it! Motive for murder. Alright. Why? Oh yeah, we already... Oh, fuck. I'm very bad at connecting with people. They're so depressing for the most part. Yeah. Okay, I guess we have to do this first. Alright. Intimate relationship. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now we go with that. Okay. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corda's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corda so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. There we go, alright. It's like defusing a bomb, almost, because I don't want to lose all my health, but, like, I'm getting there. I'm getting close. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like, maybe the person who discovered her body. Mr. Corda. One? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corda. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. And it's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. Here's a piece of paper that says otherwise. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that's all just a lie. A facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. That's... You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corda of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Corda dead. Me? Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? I didn't even have to do anything for that last lock. It just happened. Hey, health back. Nice. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I mean, it seems like she's like eye height with Phoenix at least, and he's not that small. Or... Shit, how tall is Phoenix? You know, honestly, another thing about it, I think if Phoenix was added to Fortnite, I'd play him. Just, comedically, I don't know why I feel like it fits. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Corda. Celeste... Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corda to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposefully add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me. That's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My
attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. It looks like... what is it? It looks like a seashell? Shell of some variety. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. Okay, so we've done basically everything we can at this point. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am. You don't look fine to me. Okay, back to the office. March 21st, Wright & Co. Law Offices. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Mr. Nick, the transceiver! Hello? Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why don't you answer it like that? Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Oh, maybe I think I did an English accent for him, actually. I'm not entirely sure. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Yeah. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Would you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis. Oh! Oh, because she could have traded place with Mia, and then Mia would be able to come back through Pearl. Maya! Damn it. He cut me off. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ah! Oh, Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Okay, progress is being made. How's Maya?
She's safe, for now. That kidnapper's want to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But, Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. Date blank, time blank, location blank. Mind blank. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. Sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised me he wasn't gonna kill me. I'm not gonna die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Someone dropped a card here. It kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Shelly the killer! I don't know why I said that. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Drat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of keyboard. Or cardboard. I shove an entire keyboard through the door to get it to unlock. Why would they call it a keyboard if it wasn't meant to unlock things? Duh! Then, click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Huh? Ah, that's it! This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. Or not so. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. As we are always in Defendant Lobby number 3. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Yeah, it's almost time. Well, it's almost time. Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Beep, beep, beep. It's him! This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Ugh. Okay. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest. If you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who's that? Oh, no one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Yes, because I'm Pinocchio, apparently. Pinocchio Wright at your service. Fuck off! March 22nd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Slightly less populated courtroom than I expected. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. So my opponents are invisible today. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you looking at me? Your Honor? Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has, this morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Shot? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. You're... I thought I recognized that voice. Man, stretching is not as effective as it used to be. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. I like to imagine that Miles has more of like a slightly posh American accent as opposed to a full-on English accent. Because English accent, I would say, is more for Shelly. Or the killer, or whatever the guy's name is. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I've looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. That's right, I played Persona 3 FVS. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift up your head and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony. Sir. The victim, Juan Corda, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. What's your level of certainty on that one? After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. Okay, yep, that's true. Uh-huh. Waited, yeah. Thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. Let's see. Not that I'm presenting anything yet, but... only on the top of the lid. No, not that. Wait, didn't I have a photo of the crime scene? Ah. Not gonna do anything just yet, but let's see. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jam Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. We couldn't find it anyway at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. Guitar case updated in the court record. How'd you find that out? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corda, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. You mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Or was it? Actually, I don't remember, but I'm guessing it's not empty. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. First order of business should be to gather more info from his testimony. But there might be a trap set up for us somewhere. Maybe. However, setting off his traps is part of a lawyer's jobs too. If you say so. Of course, we're supposed to escape from them too, wouldn't you say? We're supposed to escape from them too, wouldn't you say? This is accurate, but... Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. And then there was a short break. The special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. My eyes are getting all wobbly. And the victim, Juan Corda, was found dead in his hotel room. The person who discovered the victim, the person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? What I did yesterday was funny. Oh, what? What's up? Okay. Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Madame God's manager. She's a really pretty lady. Sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. It was winning the crew Makino, and I was doing it with stupid items. Oh, you're doing an auction with... Oh, yeah, okay, with stupid items. And now you convinced Ikaru was rich because he kept buying shit? Yeah, that'll happen. The rich friend just buys everything. Dot divvies up the riches. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she went next to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see, and that's when she found the victim's body? After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. The cause of death? Was it because Mr. Corda was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Ow. Okay. Take a good odd look at the crime scene photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. This banana. Banana. Okay. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Oh, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then, what about the knife? Also, would the bandana make the lion sneeze? It seems to have been stuck on the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Bro wanted some random ass anime satchling I had for 50 pounds. He said, nah bro, I want 10,000 pounds. Dude is rich or he was joking. That is pretty funny though. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report added to the court record. I really should have gotten that before this point. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stopped him with a knife. Stabbed him with a knife. Wow, my vision's getting weird. Almost at a half-hour mark, so I guess it could stop soon, but still. Or hour-and-a-half mark, I should say. Which brings me to my next point. And then Rin said, bro, what the fuck you doing? Why then did the police not arrest Mr. Mad on Guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Enron said, bro, the fuck you doing? Ikaru, nah, but I want it because it's Naruto. Oh, well, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants, and sometimes the heart wants Naruto. Not always, but sometimes. Why arrest on guard? Mr. On guard and Juan Cordo were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jam and Ninja's button. His ripped off the ninja costume was found in Mr. On Guard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Probably because it wasn't supposed to be used to stab someone. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? And this button is also covered in blood? Yes, and we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Jam and Ninja's button added to the court record. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like, just hurry up with your usual and pointless questions. I'm building a database, I'll have you know. Mentally. Why arrest on guard? Man on guard and Juan Cordo were huge rivals with each other. Thought the other was in his way, motive enough. Evidence, there's enough Jam and Ninja's button. Anyone else really obsessed with numbers in this? There's no way this is a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. If prosecution proved it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix right. There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. Button covered in the victim's blood, a knife covered with unguard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already given 100 poundings. He would have already given 100 poundings his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the new weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? Huge rivals, yeah, accurate. Other was in his way, yep. Jam and Ninja's button. What's the deal with that? Found on guard's Hakama. Okay. There we go. Bro, I don't have anything else I need to buy for $9,550, and you were like, save it, bro. Yeah, good. Save that money. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I heard the name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. I mean, it still could have been, in theory, when you get down to it. Yes, that is very true. It is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to not realize this. Looking at you, Gumshoe. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corder's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on the top of the table. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Especially what was on top of his table. Dude ate a T-bone steak and he's ruining my career! There is something missing. Perhaps, is it a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we discovered that the dishes in fact did not have any fingerprints of their own. We came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Unguard's knife was missing. Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife to visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Absolutely brilliant deduction. Brilliant everything. I missed the line. I probably should stop at this point. It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. I'll go a little bit longer. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honest time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. No shit, Mia! In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well... Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? Yes. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance. And only one, which is why I'm saving right now. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling off one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? No. No. Huh. I don't think the suicide report is the thing to go with, because we said we wouldn't talk about that. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got about nothing. We've mostly nothing at this point. Shit. Something the court has not seen. Well, they definitely don't have this, but... Corrida's fingerprints, okay. Wine glass? Fuck. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo. Oh, fuck, was that actually it? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Or not. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours right now. Mr. Edgeworth, what is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright? Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? No. I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. You just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then... Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. One? What? Oh god. Wine glass updated in the court record. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corda. When? No. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down in the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, Mr. Wright? Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenarios as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard about this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has proved enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Edgeworth thinking? All right. Yeah. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation. Rat-a-tat-a-tat.
Hey, gotcha!
I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet was the wicked witch at the witness stand?
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. Oof. Shush. I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
Yes, madam.
No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please.
Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. None of that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie one. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corda.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Edgeworth, I feel it. I feel the cringe.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to the pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard. Matt on guard. It was on guard. Matt on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room.
See? It has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. What you witnessed.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room.
I'm not even gonna touch that one. That's just, I don't want to hear why.
There's something I was interested in finding out, you know.
Out of curiosity, bend my ear. Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. And Edgy Poo, of course. And Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to a testimony later. Looks like we shouldn't force it right now. And did the witness stay in this vicinity for the victim's door for the entire time? You saw my client? Are you sure about that? You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Clothes. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center, too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? It was actually, yes. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please.
Well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Miss Oldbag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
It's button number 2 of the Jammin' Ninjas costume.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here. Give it there. Give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered in Miss Ungard's body during a full body search. Mr. Ungard's body during a full body search.
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal Ungard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants.
See? And Ungard is the nickel samurai.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Ungard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Oh! She's got nothing! Not a single thing!
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, then maybe you think, but no, it's not. I feel like with everything this really close to me outfit, you'd agree this outfit is hideous, right? I've got a top coat stuck to my chest. Let me tell you, it's heavy, so heavy. I wish I would switch CDs ages ago, but I keep telling the dream alive to see us. Because the final offense, I don't know, the mayor close. Take a step back, Poo. Now he's got style.
What the fuck just happened? Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Ungard the man, but Mr. Ungard the nickel samurai?
When you think about it.
Oh god.
They really want him the same anyway.
They want the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about here.
Edgy Poo, don't you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you. Who I saw. Alright.
On guard, yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume?
Don't be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist.
You youngins today. I told you there was no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai?
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet? I'm too hard on this one. There's a contradiction in testimony that's sitting in plain sight. Is it about the, means for us? Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Okay. Nickel Samurai that I saw. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the German Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when Ungard came out of Dear Wan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
So that's not the part. Huh. Let's try that. Let's just keep pressing till we figure something out. And why would that be?
That way no one could see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Okay.
Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, he said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not. Not too long ago? Let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream?
I wanted to be a dinosaur.
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
Yeah, again, dinosaur. Granted, unfeasible. I also wanted to be a superhero. Didn't really work out on that one either. Either way, my dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what?
Wagner? I barely know her. See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
Well,
what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? Since the first game, Phoenix. It's been that long.
All that matters is that man was inside the costume. Isn't that enough?
No. Oh, it was, okay. That was an achievement thing, huh? That's funny. What evidence do I have against some of this? Look, the Nickel Samurai is going to confess something at the post-ceremony stage show. Wait, but don't we have something from Matt saying that he didn't realize there was going to be one? Huh. Shit, what can I do with this? Not that, not that. Nor that. Wait, hold on a minute. After the show, but we don't know when after the show was. Alright, profiles. Was on bad terms with Ungard. Okay. I mean, the only thing I can think of is this, but even this kind of agrees with her. Stage show right after the crime. I mean, that doesn't really prove she's wrong, though. Let's try pressing the first thing she said. I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Alright, let's try that. Would you please get on with your testimony?
What's your language, young man? What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything.
It's funny how relevant this character still is today.
If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
But what?
A striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. He's the Nickel Samurai.
She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, could you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you be good and stick to just the facts.
Okay. You promise, right?
The people these guys have to deal with, my god. Right, I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. Okay, so... Nickel Samurai, yeah. Convenient for him to wear the costume during the murder. I got nothing. I don't know. Hold on. And she said it was easy. Come to think that, wasn't she there at the press conference? Remind me, what did we say during this? I mean, this is about all I got, but even then it's not like a thing, you know? Fuck. I am the one with the faulty statement. God damn it. Post-ceremony stage show. Do I have anything that contradicts any part of this? Viola Hall, lobby, on guard, corrida. Okay, so basically it was in the lobby, and they were there. Shit. Do I have a single thing that helps me out here? Think too hard on this one. What? What do you mean? Contradiction of testimony is setting plain sight. Apparently. Okay, yeah. You saw the Nickel Samurai, Convenient to wear his costume during the murder. Why is that? Again. Why would that be? See his face, of course. Right, this is the thing where... Okay. Convenient. Why? I mean, yeah, he can hide his face. Wait, is this the contradiction they were talking about? Fuck. I can still get it all back with Cyclops later. Oh my god. Must have worn it when stabbing one. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, was it really the Nickel Samurai?
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Oh yeah,
What? You can't just say there's a contradiction and then say nothing.
Let me see. Play Nickel Samurai. They literally list her as security lady? We know her name. Okay, fuck. What evidence do I have? I don't have shit. I have nothing. At least, I think I don't. Alright, photo of the crime scene. This is what we got here. He's in costume. For some reason. Actually, wait, he doesn't have his mask. But I guess he didn't have to wear it until... Okay, what can I really do here? Okay, possible, but not quite. No, no. This is there, yeah, but not quite it. Fuck. What do I have to do? Not this, obviously. We convened to wear the costume during the murder. Was ceremony stage show right after the crime, which is true. Fuck, what am I missing here? When he was stabbing poor Juan. I don't think it's this. That she said everyone had to go there, act all friendly and all that. Would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. Okay. I'm missing something here, and I'm missing it badly. And by a lot. Mia, would you care to fill me in on what exactly it is? Because I'm not seeing it. Okay, evidence, right? Bossy photo is to confess something at the ceremony. Alright, stolen night of the murder. Okay. Article, that's not really relevant at the moment. This, kinda. I can't say whether or not she didn't see the Nickel Samurai. But I can probably figure something else out? I don't know. Wear his costume during the murder. No, it wouldn't. But... I think we already tried this. Let's see. Could have worn it while stabbing Juan. But this has her fingerprints. But why would she have tomato juice? Shit. I have been sitting here for like 15 minutes doing this. I'm probably going to lose this bit. Okay. Victim's blood. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, wait. No, hold up a minute. He's wearing gloves. How could he have fingerprints on the thing if he's wearing gloves? Oh my god, am I supposed to show the picture? Present. Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe I pressed the thing in the knife on the wrong thing. Worst comes to worst, I can just speed back through all the stuff that happened previously. Really? I clicked the wrong statement to check. Please take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because it has the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I am driving at. What are we driving at? In whose car are we driving? If Mr. Ungard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints off this knife right off. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute moron. I am throwing. My god. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There is no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? There's a contradiction. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ungard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. This knife. This was used by Mr. Ungard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Korida. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. I don't even know what supposition means. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame... aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Gert! Witness!
Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, Fu, huh?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now! Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corda. Am I correct, witness?
The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldback was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corda. Maybe... Phoenix! Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person! That's what I think me is hinting at. It's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is, well, this is, I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness? What in the world are you...
Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling.
Well, given that you didn't seem to have a bad feeling when you were about to die, I'm not entirely sure how much I trust that.
I got some information, some very secret information from a very certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
So, stalking. You were stalking him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take the wind out of you youngins.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Oh boy.
That On Guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody but you and me know yet, okay?
The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Then nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right! That guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you've gotta burn old bags with fire. As opposed to what, Phoenix? What else do you burn things with? Acid? Actually, that's a decent point. Actually, acid could work. I take back my my outrage, Phoenix. My apologies. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Danger zone! He's just like, Mia. Mia. Mia! And she's like, what? And he's like, danger zone. Okay. Normally I'd keep going, but I feel like I should probably just kind of stop here. For now, I will come back in a little bit, and I will finish this game. Not literally finish it, but I will continue it, and I will do so in about 2 weeks. That's just kind of the normal schedule at this point. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. My next stream is tomorrow. No. My next stream is probably on Tuesday, but stay tuned for my schedule this week to find out. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And goodbye for now. See ya!